What's going on, guys? This may be a complete, I don't know what's going on with my computer, but it looks like it's something is really taxing it. I'm not sure quite what it is. So this may be short-lived. Let's go. Is it Echo or Eco? Victor, Terrence. I see a huge amount of lag on my end. Like something's going on. Yeah. It's my computer. It's really bothering the crap out of me. I'm contemplating switching it up, but I have no idea what's causing it. Like literally I rebooted and there's only, I could close this window. I don't know if it's going to, yeah, something's going on big time. I rebooted, and it kicks on the same process. So the only thing, can you guys hear me okay? As long as you can hear me okay, and I don't do a huge ton of movement, I don't think it'll be a huge deal, even though my lips probably won't sync with my voice. Yeah, you can hear me fine. I think it's, yeah, I think so all I did, it's some weirdness going on with my external graphics card. Like very weird. Like one monitor wouldn't work, and then I switched out a couple like it's just strange because nothing changed, and then all of a sudden I switched ports to get something to work and introduced a variable, and I think it's my eGPU that's the issue, but I can't pin down what it is. So my fan, aging graphics card going, maybe, but I don't know why it would. An eGPU, unless the fan or an interface, I mean, I guess it's possible, but my eGPU is solid state. Like it's not, I can't crack it open and replace it. It's all one unit. So I could unplug a bunch of stuff and rewire some things, and it would probably be, what's going on? Orcus Dorcas straight from Strategicon. And before he goes to Strategicon, he chimes in. Good to see you, man. I think what it is I finally got the eGPU to detect by my Mac, which was an issue. Like it wouldn't pick it up. And there's not much you can do on a Mac. It either sees it or it doesn't. It's not like, oh, I'll reinstall the drivers. So I think after this stream, I will probably have to, and it's funny because I just recorded a game the other night, but I don't think did I do anything? I think I did do something since Thursday night. I don't know. It's weird. I wonder, hold on. I don't think that's going to do anything, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's mind-boggling. I could see OBS. It's funny because it says drop frame 0 through OBS. So it is my computer getting to OBS. So according to OBS, it's like we're streaming whatever you're putting through. Computer animated for sure. Well, I don't know how many of you guys watch versus listen to. Not that is a deciding factor here, but I think what I'm going to have to do is unhook everything and reboot the computer and see what happens. I can't do it now, right? Like I can't just start and then hope the stream continues. So, what's up, Michael, BK Dan, Hoos, good to see ya. Orcus Dorcas live from Strategicon. Day one was fun, ran a great game of Cyberg, and strolled the vendor hall. Today is going to be a full day. I would only expect as much. Looking for some good updates from Strategicon. Victor says, I normally put you on the TV in the living room, but today you get to reside on the computer screen in the office. Fantastic. Wayne, what's up? The week of tech gremlins continues. Yeah, for sure. Jason, I don't mind the frame rate. It's edgy. It's fresh. That's me. Edgy and fresh. God blast it all, man. It really pisses me off. I started doing some cable management, and I changed a couple cables for my speaker monitors, which is like absolutely not tied to the computer whatsoever. And I hooked up a dock to my monitor, and then the monitor didn't work for my main computer. So I'm like, the dock and the digital cable, what am I looking at? Whatever. It's not HDMI. Anyway, DP, whatever. So I'm like, why is my monitor not working? Couldn't get my monitor to work, which then led me to start screwing around with like all kinds of stuff to try to get my major monitor to work. Like if I can't have my major monitor work, like what the hell? It's going to be a problem. So it kind of depends on what's connected to what. And I have an eGPU. I know that's the problem. Like if I took that thing out of the equation, the only problem is that I don't know how OBS works well without, if it works well without it streaming through a capture card. It should, like I should just be able to remove the whole thing. And then of course the eGPU has, I don't know, 4 USB ports on it. So I firmly believe something's going on there, which is fantastic because I just realized it after I started this morning. And then of course I look at the monitor and activity stuff, and I killed a process. Like I'm telling you guys, my troubleshooting techniques. I killed a process and then it only restarted, which means it's a critical process. So I don't know what it does. I tried Googling it. I couldn't find it. So something is pegging out, I think, my processor. Not even my graphics card, honestly. I think it's my processor, but something is amuck. And I've rebooted, and then nothing's going on that I can see. So either it's doing like some weird update in the background or something ridiculous. I blame it on Microsoft because I have Microsoft products on this computer, which I probably should just nuke from all, just with extreme prejudice. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Morning. Hey, good morning. I don't want to put you on TV. Don't mind the frame rate. It's edgy. It's fresh. For me, cons means one thing: public day drinking. Terrence says. Ooh, yeah. Keep hydrated though. Gotta switch up alcohol with the water every once in a while. You'd be in a lot of trouble by 4 o'clock. The frame rate is on my end. It's actually cleared up a lot. I don't know. It's still a problem on my issue. But the frame rate issue, Sean needs to do a max headroom impression. Max headroom. I didn't see a lot of max headroom. I love these technical issues Sean has where he says, I literally changed nothing, and then he describes all the things he changed. To me, it was very minimal. Like I literally hooked up a dock, and I'm like, as a matter of fact, it's probably plugged in. I could probably pull it over. But I took it off this computer because at one time something went amok, so I thought the dock went bad. And then I took a dock upstairs, used a totally different computer, worked just fine. So I don't know. And I've got 32 gigs of RAM in this Mac. It's an Intel Mac. It's not an M1, so I gotta have all that. Anyways, it's pissing me off, obviously. Every 10 years, reporting from a war zone via satellite. About 90 seconds behind, watching at 1.25 times speed. Interesting. I should have got some water. I don't have anything to drink while I'm doing this. I could feel like the coffee that I set in drying out my mouth. All right. Well, maybe, I don't know if it'll get better. It doesn't look like it's getting better, but it's not OBS. OBS says 0 drop frames, 60 frames a second, CPU at 13%. Like, it's my computer. Like 5,000 kilobits per second. Like, something's really pissing me off. Anyways, let's see what we got going on, huh? Let's see what we got going on. Just cut to the chase. Get this thing a-rolling, shall we? I'm going to, let's see. Oh man, what's going on here? Let's see. February. We are not February 10th. Let me clean up some of this garbage here quickly. Print news. I think that's from last week. That doesn't. Oh, 1 week ago. Yep. So delete that. So look at this. All right, we could go into this. I think we should need. Oh my goodness! And I'm getting weird gateway issues. Like Ian World, I got a bad gateway error. Hit a refresh 20 times and then it comes up. And then I just launched another thing and I got another 502 error. So like, why am I? Okay, well, things are weird all over the place, let me tell you. All right. Of course, I gotta get the browser source because I relaunched this since though, yeah, what are you gonna do? It's just a mess. Just a mess, people. Just a mess. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this to work here. Shall we? You guys are going to love this. Wizards of the Coast tabletop sales up 40% for Q4. 12% for the year. So this is from ICV2. You're going to love this. You're going to love this, guys. You're going to love this. So this was released Thursday, 2 days of this from this back, 2 days from this recording. Chris Cox addressed recent events acknowledging WotC misfired in its handling of the proposed open game license. Whoopsie. Misfire! In artillery, that means a few things. Anyways, so Q4 sales by the Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming segment were $339 million, up 22% from Q4 the previous year, which was at 277.9 million. And now that Hasbro is breaking out tabletop and digital sales in the segment, we know. See, now, I'll tell you what, some people will be like, oh man, I'm so tired of hearing about Wizards of the Coast. I'll tell you what, if you can get these numbers from any other organization, I'm more than happy to cover them. But you're not, because none of them are publicly traded. So, and now it's Hasbro's breaking out tabletop and digital sales. We know that that WotC tabletop games sales were $266.7 million in Q4, up 40% from the year prior. Which year is this? What do you Q4 last year, Victor, 2022, right? This has just come out, right? Are we on the same page? So Q4 operating profit in this segment was 104.1, up from 84 million the previous year. Hasbro also broke out Magic the Gathering sales, which is up 40%. Dude, man, Alta Fox, man, they are like, dude, your Hasbro's bringing this shit down, because we're going to get to that. Hasbro's total gaming sales, which include Monopoly and other Hasbro brands, in addition to Wizards of the Coast, was up a more modest 5% year over year. For the full year, sales of the Wizards of the Coast, it keeps saying the Wizards of the Coast, and digital gaming segment were up 3% for the year versus 2021. Q4, yeah, that's right, Victor, Q4. So tabletop gaming sales for the year. Chris, morning. Tabletop gaming sales for the year were up 12%. It compares to a 23% decline in digital gaming revenue from $336 million in 2021 to $258 million in 2022. Infamy works in politics, social media, and the market. Disappointed, but literally not shocked. The company noted that Magic the Gathering accounted for over $1 billion in sales for Wizards of the Coast in 2022 for the first time, and that its tentpole sets are each generating over $100 million in sales. So here's Hasbro, okay? So we talked a little bit about WotC. Hasbro as a whole had a rough quarter, down 17%, pulled down by a 26% decline in consumer products, which includes its toy and non-hobby games business, and full year sales down 9%. Dan, you look at Wizards and Magic, and then you look at Hasbro, and it's like, geez, what the hell, right? Alta Fox is going to be like, come on, we got to get this company to change, to spin off Wizards. Hasbro's block. Right, Augie? Right? Come on, man. Can you just leave me alone? Hasbro's in the middle of changing how they do business. They better change quicker. Oh, man. What's up, Ted? Ted. Sorry, Ted. Just kidding. I'm telling you, man, my glasses, I just can't read this far away. What's up, Ted? I know toys are a down market. Yeah. Probably want to get rid of that stuff. Nobody uses toys. The toy is an iPad nowadays, isn't it? Isn't that like you guys that have kids? For the year, Hasbro made $203.5 million, down from $428.7 in profits in 2021, from 2021 to 2022. Yes, that means Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming made a profit that was partially offset by losses in the rest of the company. Hasbro announced that it had a below par Q4. What? Really? No way, huh? And it was laying off approximately 1,000 employees last month. So that 1,000 employees means it'll put a blip Well, and the thing is I think the toy market's got to be like pre 6 year old, right? Pre 5 year old. Like they get the toys, right? They got the big preschool, big huge things they can't stick in their mouths and stuff, and put the big block into this little ball. I don't know, right? Matching up the pieces. But after that, man, it's probably iPads all day. He noted Chris Cox addressed some of the recent events at Wizards of the Coast in the conference hall. He noted that the company had been too aggressive in pricing the company's $999 Magic the Gathering 30th Anniversary Edition. Like, does that seem like, hey, let's see if we can just put it out there and what happens, and then if it doesn't, we'll just double back and say, oh, oops, sorry, we made a mistake, got a little too aggressive. Because they're probably like, I don't know, Magic the Gathering players, they're fanatics, and even the ones that, like, I mean, the fanatics make up a certain percentage, right, that buy cases of cards and stuff, and they've been around for like 25 years. I mean, if we sold to a percentage of that segment at $999, we could probably bank on this amount of money. And then they were like, those same people were like, screw that, man. Fanatic equals addict. What's up, Ryan? Cox also admitted the company had misfired in handling a proposed rewrite of the open gaming license, which allows third-party developers, we all know what the OGL does, and had since course corrected. Yeah, it gets better. It gets better. While acknowledging that there had been D&D Beyond cancellations, he said the numbers were comparatively minor in the totality of both the D&D profit and loss and the Wizards profit and loss. He also noted that through the end of the year, D&D Beyond revenues had gone up 20% since Hasbro acquired the company in May. A program to reactivate canceled subscriptions was finding that a lot of them are very open to restarting their subscriptions. I don't know. I mean, I guess Wizards on doubling back with the OGL, everybody was like, okay, fine. I'll come back. I'll re-enable my subscription. It's all good. You made a mistake. Let's move on from here. You've regained my trust. I will be a returning customer. Dude, that is a, if that is not an indication of the loudness of a very small, like a small minority online, I don't know what is, honestly. Get out of there. But I think we all knew that, right? I think we all know that the bullhorn that is social media, man, companies get weird on that. Like it's a weird publicity game. And Hasbro took a lot of heat, man. It hit the financial market news outlets. It got a lot of not great publicity. But hey, bad publicity is publicity. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. D&D Beyond revenues have gone up 20% since Hasbro acquired. So it might have been like up and then might have had a bit of a downturn when everybody canceled their subscriptions, but it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like they're overly concerned. Ugh, oh, man. Q1 will tell a story about Hasbro all overall. The layoffs, and I think the D&D movies are Q1. Yeah, March is the... So if it does well, they'll have a profitable Q1. I just don't see Hasbro offloading Magic or D&D. Especially with the potential in media for the D&D brand and worlds which they could use. Jason, Hasbro needs to offload their foam darts business. This earnings was all about fortifying Magic. They broke off separate numbers to capitalize on their massive price cuts in Q4. Chris says, we live in a world where Marvel and DC and Lord of the Rings and a bunch of other properties that sit in the same sphere of interest as D&D. Yeah, which is another thing too, right? Like, speaking of Marvel, they're cutting a bunch of their stuff off of Disney because it hasn't done. Oh, that's right. They didn't mention that, did they? Yeah, kick in the ass. The entire Latin America division closed down. That's right. I'm glad you brought that up, Orcus Dorcas. I did see that, but I don't know if I have it noted in here anywhere. Do the book sales even matter anymore? Well, that's a good point. They don't report on the book sales, do they? It's got to be like a break-even product, maybe, right? Meanwhile, I'm trying to buy a Pathfinder 2e Advanced Player's Guide in hardback, and they are sold out everywhere. Well, even EN World is like Paizo News. Like I don't know how much, I mean, they're covering D&D in 5th edition, but now they've got like a dedicated, and I don't know if they always have. So if they have, then great. Then it's not a big deal to people. But I thought that was more prominent and prevalent since the OGL fiasco, if you will. I blame Stranger Things advertising for D&D. Well, yes, we can all blame Stranger Things. I think it starts there. Maybe some probably E.T. Throw E.T. in there and click tracks. I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like there's an article in here that talks about like the D&D movie during the trailer during the Super Bowl. And it was like, when in your lifetime would you have thought that a D&D movie trailer would air during the Super Bowl, where it costs, I don't know, how many millions of dollars for 30 or 60-second ad? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I think Alex Kammer or somebody told me, like, imagine being a kid when we were growing up playing D&D and somebody said to you, in the future, people are going to run this game. People are going to watch and tune in. They're going to buy tickets to see it played live. And when the person in that game walks through the airport, people will run up to that person and ask for autographs. What would you say? You would have laughed. You would have laughed so hard. Dude, times are changing. And that's why I think with, like, not to beat the dead horse, but that's why I think like D&D Beyond and their virtual tabletop and, you know, whether they print books or not, whether they put them in local game stores or not, that's the deal. And some of us will go kicking and screaming, but half of us don't play the D&D. We're not their target audience. We're the big bibliophiles. We've got huge bookshelves and bookcases of books and games we're never going to play or read or touch. And we don't get rid of them because I don't know why, but we keep them, and it's a book. Now, I know some people are making the move to PDF only, and not books, but still having a lot of PDFs, which is great. But nobody's coming to me saying, I'm all in on Demiplane. I'm all in. Whatever they put out on Demiplane, I'm in, because I want the digital tools. Augie, can you please? Seriously? Can you? Really? Here. I just feel like screaming at this cat. All I want is one Saturday where you leave me alone. Meow. Sure, the books matter. They're a small profit and help keep the base rabid fan base engaged. Is it profitable? I don't know. Maybe, but how much? Like, what's the margins? Maybe they do such bulk printing that they can make 10, 20 or 30%. All right, dude, get going. Go. $7 million an ad for Super Bowl 2022. Like, how much do they think the D&D movie is going to make? And how much did it cost? Anybody know? Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of a niche. It's a kind of, look at it this way. It's got Chris Pine, amongst others, right? Hugh Grant. The woman's name escapes me. Michelle Rodriguez, I think, right? Good cast. Like, they're known actors. So we're ones that were in the past. But, you know, who's the diehard audience? Like, it's not Marvel Comics audience. Crazy talk. They're sinking a lot of money into the D&D movie until the first month numbers. We won't really know what's up or how they might pivot. I'm also counting the digital stuff as the books here. Yeah. Show of hands. Yeah. No ridicule, but show of hands. Who's going to see the D&D movie? And I'll stipulate, who's going to go watch the movie in the theater? Because I think that's where the bread and butter is, right? Like, the money's not made when it's in post-release. Who's going to go see? Quick poll. Come on, chime in. You could put X's in there. X's is just fine. I will, yes, X, that's fine. Who's going to go and see the movie in the theater? Warcraft movie. I didn't even know that there was a Warcraft movie. That would be poor marketing on Warcraft, in my opinion. I just didn't see it. Nope. Maybe. X. Got it. Roger's gonna. Terrence a maybe. Ryan a nah. Wayne a nope. Really? Look at that. Like, unless they get, maybe they get a lot of 5Es. 5E players. Like, I would say a majority of us are not dedicated 5E players. Does that play a role? I don't know. Maybe. I'll wait for streaming. Okay. Depends on the trailer. I didn't even know one was in the works. Oh, yeah. Echo. Yeah, man. They put out like, there's like 3-4 trailers out. Go check it out. Definitely not. Minerian. Good to see you. Welcome. Aaron, maybe. Say I get a lot of people if I ask a question to come out of the lurking shadows to chime in. I probably will. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater. Full disclosure, I don't think I've seen any of the D&D movies. And I think people have said you haven't missed anything, which is fine. It did amazing in Asia. We're huge in Belgium. The Rockers. I think the Red Wizards is a good villain's choice. Hey, spoilers, Phil. I'll probably see the movie because my kids are down for it. Not opening weekend, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be opening weekend. Is a lot like, are you going to go see it in the theater? I'm just taking the DNA Club. I'm not interested. Okay, nope. We'll watch on free service. Tad, aka Ted. That Warcraft movie was very expensive to produce, huh? Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like, Warcraft is such a behemoth in the industry, and then you can't get, what? Like, they got to say, we obviously can get like 10% of the people that play Warcraft to the movie theater, and if we can, it'll generate this amount of money, and they can't even get that, like, or whatever that number is, right? See if it streams, if kids want to. Young audience for sure. 20-year-olds seemed interested, Ryan says. WoW movie did over 300 million in Asia. Oh, really? Seriously? Oh, okay. WoW movie. Got it. Gabe Dibbing. Oh, you're saying who's going to the movie? I will, in theaters. Okay, Gabe. Good. I'm looking for a full review because I think so far Gabe is the one for sure. I don't know. There's somebody else. Aaron said probably, so I'm not counting that. It's generic fantasy with a brand name. Dime a dozen. If it has Drist's fan service, I'll watch probably. No, it doesn't. Not in the trailers anyway. Aaron, haven't played D&D in 10 years, but I'm up for a fun adventure movie, and it looks like it will be. I think it's going to be, I don't know. I think we got to lower our expectations, right? We got to be like, it's going to suck terribly, and then go, you know what? It wasn't that bad. And wasn't that bad is straight average. or awesome for a D&D movie. Oh, guest starring Kiefer Sutherland as Raceland. Ooh, not the Dragonlance movie in, what's it called? The Scanner Darkly. Yikes. I saw the first one in the theater. It was an infuriating laugh riot. Ryan West budget for D&D Honor Among Thieves was $45 million. Thank you for being the research arm of the stream, Ryan. $45 million. That's the budget to make the film. Then they bought a $7 million ad on the Super Bowl, so they're up to $52 million. Aaron earned an iron urn. Good to see it. Dubai is buying all governments to make a one world government. He's coming from the Middle East to own all. Witchcraft and spiritualism will be illegal, and those people will be set to death. Well, there's a hot take. And if you don't see the comment that came through, then you probably want to know. What do you think, folks? Spammer? Player base is 10 times the size. Harrison, good to see you. Not likely. Harrison's probably not going to go. Ryan West, 11.5 million of that was Chris Pine's salary. Wow. Oof. Me would be the other one going. Roger, yes. Thank you, Roger. What in the hell? Aaron earned an iron urn. Lots of famous people will die on live TV. Okay, I got it. I gotta kick this. I don't think you're. I gotta say you're probably a bot or a spammer. So no offense, buddy, but bye. We'll do timeout and see what happens. 45 million is a low risk budget. Actually, I will take my daughter if she wants to go, or my son and his girlfriend if they ask. Well, see, went from no to, if they ask me, I will take them. Positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby. Word up, Roger. Thanks for the reminder, buddy. Nothing wrong with showing me the walls, right? The box. I gotta stay within the box. As we say in artillery. Shoot in the box. Or don't shoot outside the box. Predicting now, Drist will be in, but only in a stinger during or after the credits. Ooh. Strong statement. Nobody was interested because of an actual Warcraft movie and not a World of Warcraft movie. Oh, interesting. Marketing is usually a third of the budget, but that fluctuates. It's like 45 million was the budget. Yeah, for D&D 2000 movie. Oh, Tad, we got a discrepancy. So the movie in 2000 and the movie now is both the same budget? No. Really? That's got to be more for the D&D movie, right? The 2023 version? Oish. First original D&D was terrible. I like to watch it with commentary because Arneson makes some wry observations. The second two movies are actually D&D. Wayne says, have to admit Forgotten Realms was the first strike. OGL was 2 and 3. Wayne is done. Struck him out. I like the second film. Was it The Wrath of Dragons? I have no idea. Jason, however, March 31st is a very soft weekend, he says. Maybe it's a surprise. I bet it's number 1 for sure for a week, maybe 2. Whoa. Yeah, I guess it depends on what's all being released that day, right? That weekend. Dritz will be a TV show, which is a good segue, Kev. Thanks for showing up, man. Seeing you. Good to see you. So segue into that maybe, shall we? What? What are you talking about, Sean? Well, what am I talking about indeed? What am I talking about indeed? Joe Manganiello is developing a Dungeons & Dragons TV show. What? Get out. Yeah, well, I don't know. He's developing a D&D television show of some kind. Oh, okay. Of some kind. A D&D show of some kind. What does that even mean? It's maybe kind of D&D? Some kind of D&D. Earlier this week, Black Forest Wood Company posted a new video of them installing a massive 12-foot-long gaming table in actor Joe Manganiello's new home. During the video, Joe spoke about his ongoing involvement with Wizards and D&D. I work for D&D, he said, so I'm actually shooting a documentary, which we know right now, and I'm developing a TV show for them. Hey, look at that. He also talked about a celebrity-loaded weekly D&D game, which we know about. So that's about that for that news. He, in 2017, spoke about a D&D movie script he had written with John Castle, with director Brad Payton and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, negotiating to produce the project. It fell through. Okay, just in case you're wondering where that's at. But Joe has spoken about working on another secret D&D project as far back as 2021. One possibility is that Joe is trying to make a Dragonlance show happen. He's a huge fan of the novels. We know that. Last year, Wizards of the Coast released new Dragonlance campaign book. Yes, Signaling the Wizards was open to delving into the world of Kryn more. And Manganiello previously called Dragonlance the Star Wars of D&D. Ooh, strong words, Joe. So it wouldn't surprise us if he was trying to bring the world of the novels to life as a television project. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. The D&D kind? They should produce at random tables. For sure. I would see it then, probably. Icewind Dale TV show, please. I don't know, Terrence. Gonna have to maybe look at Dragonlance. I don't know if Joe knows a lot about Icewind Dale. If only there were famous people playing D&D. Right. Peacock Plus ordered an 8-episode series. That's right. The funny thing is, it can be like something that's in production or announced 5 years ago and it comes out 10 years from now. Or it's announced and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I don't know. The next series, the next season of whatever's out in March. I didn't even know it was being filmed. What was that? I don't know. It'll just maybe surprise us. I don't know. What's up, Chris? Chris. Gabe, I would agree it is the Star Wars of D&D. Passives will eat it up. Really? Think so, man? That's right. Gabe. What is going on with Gabe today? I would never expect Gabe to say that. Okay, well, maybe. Phil McClory, I'd love to know the Dragonlance book has done, how the Dragonlance book has done compared to some of the other recent releases. Better, worse, what's your source saying, Sean? I don't know. That's a good question. Chris might know better than I do. As far as the Dragonlance book from Wizards, you're probably talking about, right? Not the Dragonlance book, the novel, right? I don't know, Phil. Funny, it doesn't get any, talks. It just talks about it being released. They don't get that granular in these. I don't know. I don't know if they divulge that. If you'll ever know the exact amount of sales of something, unless they put it in an earnings call, and it was some crazy. Like I could see them when one D&D kind of core comes out that they'll talk about that, and then the next quarter or the earnings call talk about the percentage of purchases or what that looks like. I don't know. The books written by Weiss and Hickman have sold more than 30 million, making it the second highest selling D&D writing endeavor. That's just overall all the books, right? All the Dragonlance for sure. Like which is. I mean, there's so many. I wonder where Rob comes in. Salvatore, Bob. I call him Bob. I wonder where Bob's books come in. Must be a smidgen, right? Dragonlance being a juggernaut, and then, Forgotten Realms. More importantly, Burn 2D6 is moving forward on Kickstarter. Heyo! Shameful plug. Heading toward our second to last stretch goal hardcover book. Go over. Great review on Tabletops and Tentacles today. This guy, he's all over the place. He's promoting that product. It's out there. Go and check it out. Burn, and aiding the 2D6. Burn 2D6, burninating the countryside. Never read a D&D fiction book. Am I missing anything? Well, I don't know, Hoos. Depends on what you like to read. Salt brings us back to the important topics, right? Ty, what's up, Ty? If only there was something else to talk about on a show other than things like RPG. Honestly, Ty, I didn't think you were here, so I was just kind of unleashing. Glad you're here. Now now I'm putting check. Ty, you tell me about the earnings of another company and their sales of an RPG, man, and I will cover it like a blanket. Brr Hobo Show. Anyone read of the Drizzt books lately? I've read probably 20 of them when I was 20 and up. I wonder if they are like old movies. You remember, the better they were. Sean Topic, running a poorly edited, poorly sewn together, freeform narrative RPG for the first time. Go. Oh, God. Dude. Harrigan is referring to Cold Shadows. Oh, man. What a rough start. Like, I fish out of water. Man, I was ill prepared. Yeah, believe me. Yes, ill prepared. A guy who talked about running games for 7 years on a podcast. Like, it was bad news. Bad news. I don't know. It's like Phil and Harrigan and Wayne and Kevin. But you did run it. Yeah. It was like what, like an hour and a half. We got later start. Oh, it was rough. Oh, stop it, Roger. Cut it. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out. I think it was really better, Brett, that did all the talking. You just asked a lot of questions. Oh, shots fired. It wasn't bad. It was a great session. Harrigan, you are too kind, my friend. Yeah, Numenera. Ryan wants to talk about Numenera. Ryan, a big Numenera fan. We laughed. We cried. It was an emotional experience. I think the laughing and the crying and the emotional piece all depends on why we were crying and laughing. Did you not have notes? Did I have notes? Do I have notes? It was a little rocky. Gonna need to figure out the flow of the system for sure. I think we need to amp up the complete improv, and here's the scene, and you can inject anything if you got privilege. Like, it's just got to be off the hook improv for sure, I think. Did you record it? I need a laugh. Oh, well, thanks, Ty. I appreciate it. Good to know. We've got plenty of actual plays on the channel if you haven't looked at them. And you may laugh, you may cry, you may get emotional. I'm just saying. I know we got one diehard Delta Green fan that has commented on our Delta Green actual play. All right, let's see what else. Let's talk more about D&D, right? Let's talk more about D&D. Cobalt Press details Project Black Flag plans for alternative rule set to D&D. Now, I'm not talking about Wizards. Cobalt Press, Project Black Flag. Does anybody... I think they released something that people can take a look at, right? No? Yeah, it's upcoming rule set that will expand upon and serve as an alternative for D&D 5th edition. For instance, Black Flag will offer players an option to choose a lineage and heritage. when building a character to add more customization to the character's background. Additionally, Project Black Flag will include a talent system that will feature additional customization options involving martial, magical, or technical skills. And they've got a few partners set up, including a number of VTT services. Rule set, confirmed VTTs and digital tool sets include Roll20, Demiplane, Foundry, and Fantasy Grounds. Meanwhile, Ghostfire Gaming, Steamforged Games, Hitpoint Press, Frog God Games, and Mage Hand have all been announced as publishing partners. So these publishing materials will either publish material compatible with Project Black Flag or is made specifically for Project Black Flag. Is this, are we seeing the Pathfinder of, it's like the Pathfinder of 5th edition. Like it's 5th edition, but they made their own. It's like 5.5. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I do not know. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Hey. Sweefer. Sometimes people's sole purpose in life is to serve as warning for others. Indeed. We'll see. If Sean's comfort zone is Madison, he ran the game from the moon. Dude, I got it. Next time, I'm gonna sit back. Like, you guys figure it out. What are we doing? They're gonna do what Paizo did for 3E. Isn't that that's the deal, right? Oh man. Ryan West, Delta Green is awesome. Yes, it is. That's my opinion too. Let's establish that as such. I've got the book from 97 somewhere in my basement. I've been listening to the Forbidden Lands actual play, very much enjoying. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. There you go. Ryan, Harrigan, Phil. Ryan's been listening. It must be coming up to the end pretty soon. Let's talk about D&D. Let's talk how bad Sean Fubar. Huh? Dude, hi, man. You got to tighten up your comments, bro. Phil, Black Flag, more optimization. Yeah. Jason, wow, Black Flag sounds as edgy and fresh as Sean's in excess low frame rate broadcast. A talent system, a mind blown. Man, you guys are firing on all cylinders today. That's all I got to say. I'm like, I don't know what's going to go on, and look what happens. Like, look, just, hey, stream to see what happens. Kobold Finder 5.75. They released the PDF partial playtest packet for Black Flag. You should open it up for us to look at together. Oh, Cold Shadows, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Delta Green has... Dude, I went in all on the Kickstarter, Phil. Like, I'm all in on the Delta Green Kickstarter. Like, if I don't get it all shipped in one shipment, it's going to cost me huge amounts of money. So, but I should be like... I should have the entire library, I think, after they deliver. Cobalt Ate My Baby. Looks like it could be an interesting game. Yeah, indeed. Stay the course, Sean. I'm doing what I can, man. I'm trying over here. Oh boy, let's see what else. Demiplane announces 5e is not going anywhere. It's probably becoming even more popular now that everybody's like building games around the 5e SRD. It's out. It's in, like, it's literally in the CC, right? License. Why am I Creative Commons? Jeez. Because it's in Creative Commons, people are going bonkers and they don't have to change anything. So they're just going to put out their books and it's going to be nuts and they're good now, right? They're isolated from getting sued by Wizards of the Coast. Harrigan is good Chewbacca for you, Sean. Thanks, Tad. D&D appears to be. Oh God. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else is in the news. Okay, I think we covered what we need to from that angle. I'm thinking I should get into 5e. How do you know you're being trolled without somebody telling you you're being trolled? All right. Dudes, you guys are killing me. Thanks, Gabe. That was a good one. All right, news. Let's see. This is by Ian World. Thanks, Ian World. Movie, miniatures, Hasbro earnings, 5e Nexus from Demi playing. Hey, Tales from the Loop. Huh? How about Hey, let's give some love to Free League. I'm a total Free League shill. No apologies. None. 0. Shit's given. 0. I did not get on this. They grow up so fast. I did not get on this. I have never played Tales from the Loop. I haven't played a lot of Free League stuff, honestly. It's been Forbidden Lands, Blade Runner, Vaesen. No, I haven't played Vaesen. Symbaroum, right? At BSRCon. And with Roger, Ruins of Symbaroum. And Alien. I played a one-shot Alien. So I need to play more. I need to up my game. Part of me, you guys are going to love this. Hot take. I may get rid of all my printed publications, print books, and go all Free League. Not all. Like Mutant Year Zero, it might be a game I pass on. So it's not going to be every game, and it's not going to be every supplement. And then I probably keep all my Star Wars stuff. Although I do like Eberron. And Delta Green. Delta Green. Screw it, I'm not going to do anything. All right. I just cut back on the purchasing that I do. Anyways, it's just a hot take. Who knows? No sits given today. Dibs. All right. Damn it, you guys. My face is starting to hurt. I'm laughing so hard over here. All right. The company announced pre-orders for new Tales from the Loop campaign titled They Grow Up So Fast. There you go. I have the first scenario book that they put out. I have the GM screen and I have the core book. And I have a set of their dice. And I have the virtual tabletop for Foundry for Tales from the Loop, I think. That's all I have for Tales from the Loop. And I haven't played it or run it. Tad says we got a session 0 for first Vaesen game tomorrow. Awesome. That's awesome. You're good. You're going to be good. It's going to be fun. Tad, are you running or playing? Terrence is stupid. I'm very poor. Ignore the dibs and think of the needy. Year Zero engine. Free League released the first drafts of their licenses for the Year Zero engine and for Dragonbone. Dragonbone. Not to be mistaken for Dragonbane. Dragonbane is the actual name of the game. Dragonbone is not. I haven't looked it over. It's a draft. It's not even done yet. So they announced that they're working on it. And you can weigh in. So until it's done and baked, unless you want to ruffle Free League's feathers and say, what are you doing? There's going to be so many licenses out there now for creators. I don't know. I don't envy any of them. But the thing is if you're in an ecosystem, you're probably going to know them. They're probably not going to be so different, right? There's going to be, hey, you can use our SRD. You can't use our IP, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. I mean, I guess it does, but for a license, I still think that some of these companies are we're giving you license to use things you would already be able to use because they're mechanics or rules and they can't copyright them, but they make you think that you have to abide by them. So I put a tweet out on Twitter. Then I got zero endorsements is hey, if you're going to agree to a license, make sure you know what you're getting into. Maybe you don't need it. If I made a game that had 4 stats and a bunch of skills, and each point was a 1 die 6, and you rolled the d6, and if you rolled a 6, it was a success, I don't think I need Year Zero engine license. I could just do it. And then Sean gets sued by Free League Press. Like, I don't know. Somebody just needs to crack that walnut, I think. Ugh. I'm telling you, man, I think it's Chris, you know more than I do. You're in that world. Am I talking like completely out of my ass? I mean, obviously, but I mean, is it really deep out of my ass or what? I'm not surprised that a bunch of BSs are playing Cortex. Yeah. Well, we're so deep inside of Cortex, which hardly anyone plays or at least talks about playing. And then where is that now? Like, that might be like, you got the Cortex book, you might not ever see it again. I don't know. Like, did Fandom sold it? Like, what are they going to do with it? The new company. Off to breakfast, then to Strategicon. Have fun, Orcus Dorcas. Thanks for coming in and coming by. Appreciate it, man. Go check out Orcus Dorcas, Chitterpig's RPG podcast, or Orcus Dorcas's YouTube channel for stuff he goes through. I think he does a lot of page throughs of products. So Ty says, I played in a Cortex Prime Hammerhead game last night. Went well, felt long. Tonight, an ICRPG, Ghost Mountain game. Got a Cortex Prime game. We are making the game. Very cool. Very cool, Ty. Let's see what else. Pathfinder, Awake the Dead. Does that seem vaguely familiar to you? That seems vaguely familiar. Does that cover, like, seem vaguely familiar to you? Does that seem vaguely familiar to you? Something seems very familiar to me about that cover. Like I've seen it somewhere before. Where have I seen it before? You know what? I wonder. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. God, I could have sworn I saw it. Yeah, maybe it was just me. I must be delusional. Anyways. New comic book series, Wake the Dead. Player's Guide, Vampire, Masquerade, The Masquerade, 5th edition sourcebook Player's Guide. Transformers, More Than Meets the Eye. Time is Now, Renegade Studios new adventure series. The time is now, $45. That's all for that. That was just like news. It wasn't even print news. What? I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oof. Man, I don't know, man. Black Flag's first D&D. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. RPG print news. Lilliputian. Adventure on the Open Seas hardcover by Exalted Funeral. Rules from Into the Odd. There you go. PCs explore the vast and expansive ocean, filled with uncharted islands, hidden treasure, weird weather, and unspeakable horrors. Open ocean, open ocean hex crawling, solo sailing, naval combat, building ships, and lots of creepy sea monsters. Populated hexes monthly. OSR for Old School Essentials. Is it Old School Essentials Advanced? Old School Essentials Essentials? Old School Not Essential Essentials? Sorry, Gavin. Softcover supplement, 10 pages. It's a monthly thing by Third Kingdom Games. Next one, Hell Lost, the Amadonian Ossuary, the Cursed Abbey. It's by Stockholm Cartel. A4 flat size trifold pamphlets, full color both sides, $5. Is this like where the money is? Like, I think I mentioned this last week. Is this where the money is? Like, you do a one, I mean, this is like is it a one pager? Probably not. It's a trifold, right? $5? I don't know. Maybe. PDF it, print it on your own. Fireberg! Collector's edition and reference cards. Some of you probably have this already. $50 or $15 for the cards. Self-contained, scurvy-ridden, rules-light, art-heavy RPG inspired by history, fantasy, horror, and rum, laddie. The Bloodfields at Black Star Station. Mothership. A Battle Royale Hex Crawl on Black Market Station by Christian Sorrell. Mothership 1E. Softcover 40-page zine. Covers rules with a poster map and patch for 25 bones. A Battle Royale Hex Crawl on Black Market Space Station setting with dark space pirates who troll the vast megavoids in the tracks between systems. Crews are stolen away, still in the cold dark of cryosleep or gassed into submission during boarding and taken to Black Start Station. Crews awaken as contestants in the Bloodfields. You guys do a lot when you were younger. When we didn't play D&D, we did what did we call them though? Did we call them gladiator fights? You guys do a lot of that? Like, we'll just like fight each other, our player characters. It reminds me of that. Pit fight? No. What do we call it? Was there a name we called it? Can't remember. Damn it. I don't know. License stuff is brutal at the moment. We're making Cortex stuff, but I have to be careful to not violate the community license. It's just getting wacky out there, Chris says. Lucas, I see you, man. Thanks. Good to see you. I went through the chat, catching up. La 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 la. Pirate Berg, Arian's playing with Luke, the author, next weekend, hopefully at Genghis Khan. Ant-Man today, huh? Oh, this sounds fun. All right. We called it PvP bouts, Lucas says. I thought it was, what do we call it? God, I cannot remember. I'd have to ask my buddies. We do area fight in ICRPG, fighting monsters, not each other. Okay. Reading that ICRPG is on my list to do today. All right, let's see. Flabbergasted, city map poster by Wanderer's Tome. Hardcover core rules and poster map. Highly comedic and narrative-driven role-playing game, drawing inspiration from the likes of Jeeves and Wooster and Faulty Towers, set in the height of the Roaring '20s. The real thing. A Faith No More role-playing game. Softcover supplement 2 6-sided dice. Powered by the apocalypse. Story-driven tabletop role-playing game inspired by the music of Faith No More. Dark, gritty RPG that blends elements of mystery, action, drama, and urban fantasy. What is this? This is. What is this? This is. What is this? I don't know. I could probably get the words wrong. Do I have a link? Did I put the link in there? I did not. Victor, did I put a link in there and you just missed it? The Real Thing Mall Kids Game Pack, 2nd edition. Softcover zine, core rules, and dice. 15 bones. PCs are teens who work at a mall who have to deal with the events that make up their daily lives. Not fighting monsters probably or saving captured royalty most likely, but rebelling against the brute force of consumer-based capitalism. Yeah, because that's what we did when we went to the mall. Oh, there's so many. There's a mission, man. I gotta get Matthew Graveland. He's got a mission. And the mission is Mall Kids Game Pack. That's it for print news. Print news. I gotta get some stingers. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding from Ian World, friends at Ian World. Hey, there's a news thing coming on. I should probably put that out there. They're kickstarting. I saw on Twitter that there is a Kickstarter for something news. Like, and the Twitter account that is behind this venture was created, I want to say, in like 2021. So in the 1.5 years, essentially, this has been in the making, and it looks like it's going to be, with some production behind it. I see it as like, it's not like tabletop, like Will Wheaton's tabletop, but it's like going to be that. It looks like it's that feel with some notable personalities that are going to be in there. I say notable as in, obviously they're not. Maybe they got TV credits. I don't know. Interesting. It's going to be like, reminds me of something I would see on like G4 TV. We'll see. I think it's going to be Twitch or YouTube. Maybe. Hell, it could be. I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I shopped or ate or people watched at the mall as a kid. I think that's most of what we did. I think we went there to see if we could tail girls. Honestly, like that's like, hey, let's see if there's any girls at the mall. And then we'd like play the follow them around the mall game. Like, so stupid. I think she looked at me. Hey, how's it going? Where do you guys go to school? Cool. Yeah, maybe we should hang out sometime. All right, cool. God forbid somebody asks them for their number. Oh, awkward, man. Awkward teenage years, right? That's what we did when we went to the mall. I didn't go there to buy anything. Maybe pick up a tape. Maybe get a cassette. The newest release of whatever. Insert rock group. Maybe Ozzy's new tape cassette. Bark at the Moon. Yeah, I think this game, I don't know if I can find it on Twitter. I should have bookmarked it, but Sam Goody? No, we had Musicland, which I think is a like Sam Goody, Musicland, and there was a few other like under the same umbrella conglomerate. Ours was Musicland. We had notable places to go when Sean went to the mall. Walden Books to check the RPG section, Hobby Horse to check the RPG section, Aladdin's Castle to play video games, Spencer Gifts to check out the Velvet black light posters and anything cool in there, like black light bulbs and whatever else. Maybe a mirror of a Lamborghini, like anyways, and girly posters. What else? And then maybe leather. What's it? The leather place. With leather coats. If I wanted like a leather coat, which I never bought because they were too expensive for me. No 4-finger discount game. I was with a friend who got busted. Short tangent since you bring it up. Chess King. I think that's the place I bought my parachute pants from. Chess King. It was not the Chess King. There was another leather place. I think my biker coat actually had that leather brand, the store's brand into it. Leather. God, I can't remember what it's called. Spencer's, yeah. Those were the main destinations for me. Yeah, when I went to the mall. Chess King, not Leather Daddy. Fuck. I can't remember what the place is called. It's not something that says Leather Daddy. Get out of here, Roger. No. Sean just described my relationship with the Eden Prairie Center. I had a Schindler's 2 for comic books RPGs later. Wilson's. It was Wilson's. Bravo, Aaron. Yes. Well, so Aaron says Wilson's because Aaron's like right up the street from me. So he knows. Yeah, Wilson's Leather. That's what right. Jason, yep, Wilson's. It was Wilson's Leather. And I think I think I still have it in my biker coat that my wife bought me. And I think it was from Wilson's. Yeah. Wilson. Anyways, why are we talking about malls? I don't know. The motivation was either I wanted to buy maybe a new cassette or CD, but even then the mall was too expensive. Like I'd go to another, like there'd be like a discount CD store or something in Madison. We'd pick up stuff for like $3 cheaper. That we'd maybe go to, but maybe Musicland if it was like in a pinch and didn't care if I spent the extra $3. Why do we talk about anything? Yeah. Why indeed, Roger. Jason, 8-ball coat. You got a question? Ask the 8-ball. That's right. Okay, RBG funding. Oh man, guys. Now the I am awake. Throw out some comments. Now the chat starts to get a little sleepy. I find some people probably did they do the Irish departure, right? The Irish. Broken Weave, Cubicle 7, 5th edition. You know this thing's funded, right? Middle Earth, 5e. The ones that brought Middle Earth 5e for the first time goes a different direction with 5e post-apocalyptic tragic fantasy. Look at that. It's funded. Shocker. Mini Dungeon Home for Pathfinder. It tells you it's funded. So 2E Pathfinder, $50, 2,411% funded. Now this is interesting. Oh, this is from AAW Games. It's not actually from Paizo because Paizo doesn't usually kickstart stuff, right? So Encyclopedia. Oh, Studio Agate. D&D 5th edition. They look like pretty books, right? But what makes it look pretty, Sean? Is there text on the spine upside down? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Hold on. This is my mom. I got to talk to my mom, right? Hold on a second, because my mom's calling. Hey, Mom. Okay. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Bye. I love you. Sean's mom getting together for Christmas today at a restaurant just to have dinner or lunch. Anyways, Murder Hobo Show. I will pretend I did not see that. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Ty. Oh, that's very nice of you, Ty. I should have extended Ty. Michael, yes. That's Stacy's mom. That's right. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Right. What time should we all be over for dinner? Well, we're having lunch. Ty, we're having lunch. Oh, she forgot to tell me something. Hello, Mom. Okay, I will let her know. Okay, bye. All right, so my wife does not need to dress up. I need to tell her that. I should have told her the guy say hi. Can't help but get the mom jokes in. Stacy's mom's got it going on, not mine. All right. Kibble's Compendium of Legends and Legacies by Kibble's Tasty. 5th edition, man. 5th edition's going nowhere. If I were Wizards, I'd be worried about all the 5th edition just trucking. Like, just still keep on trucking. All these third parties, like if they just say, you know what, we're not going to develop anything for 1D&D, Wizards, you are on your own. I don't know though, because like 1D&D is not going to be, like, it's not going to tank, right? It's not going to be 0 people. I don't know, man. $60, fully funded, 269 grand. Encoded designs. I need to see some encoded design stuff up here. Like goal $20,000, 300 grand raised. Like it's just that easy. 5th edition encoded designs equals printed money. Just printed money over there. Chris says, I'm so underwhelmed by the project list on that website. Oh, no, don't say that, man. What? Sinless. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Now that looks familiar. Well, you know why it looks familiar, right? Come on. Come on. We all know where that's from. Where is it? I know it's in here. What edition is it? Dudes. Come on, man. Where is that from? What is it, this one? No. Can't zoom in any closer. Dude, that is... Where is... That is... What am I... This is... That's total Shadowrun, man, right? There's a Shadowrun... Is it... this one, right? Yes. There it is. 2nd edition. Whoa. Somebody is not... Look at it. Whoa, I need to find... Where is it? Like this one? Can I get a bigger picture? Ah, come on. No, give me something big so I can see it. That's 2nd edition, man. All day long. Right? Aaron, top row. Like where, I know, but where is a bigger... This one maybe? Nope. This one? Nope. They're all small. That one's pretty... This one's a pretty decent size. Huh? It is not a retro clone, is it? Sinless, Hack and Slash Publishing. These are 3 projects crowdfunding now, or will shortly. That draw comparisons. Oh, I guess it does. Look at that. That draw comparisons to Shadowrun. My bad. You're right. It's an homage because it's a retro clone. Okay. All right. Fine. Still. Yeah, okay. Sinless. Okay. It's funded. Go buy it. I don't know. The Electrum Archive, Issue 2, funded. OSR inspired by Kern, Mershrider, Whitehack. Inspired by, a lot of those, The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, Dark Sun, and Ultraviolet Grasslands. Funded in under 12 hours. Sky of Crimson Crimson Flame plus Blights of the Eastern Forest by Owl Knight Publishing. DCC, baby. 80-page Blights of the Eastern Forest, or the 32-page Sky of Crimson Flame. Look at that. There you go. Normie generator. Not a normie generator. Oh, no. Wah, wah. Normie generator. That's got to be kind of a mundane generator, right? It's kind of got to be a normal generator. By David H.K. Jackson. This is David H.K. Jackson. Alone in Photomundi? Alone in Jodomundi. Actually, I can't read calligraphy. And then final boss. Core pamphlets. System. Alone Among the Stars. Oh, very cool. It's funded. Awesome. Good for him. The Doom of Black Winter. A Zweihander OSC and 5th edition Frozen adventure into the High Mountains. It's part of Zine Quest. So there you go. Some context there. It's an RPG zine. Or Zine. It's an RPG zine. Funded. All right. It's a 24-page zine. Includes 10 NPCs for 3rd or 4th level adventurers. Project Secret Sauce is the systems. It meets you where you play with 5e, PF2e, OSE, and Zweihander options. Hey. Sorry, I don't play any of those. So yeah. Looks like a rabbit. Electro Cube War Adventures from Fainting Goat Games. Zine! That's funded. Chaosium. Call of Cthulhu Gaming and Display Coins as NFTs. Whoa! Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding. I hope. If you need Mythos coins for your collection, check out this campaign, and if it does really well, we'll turn them into digital and sell them to you as NFTs. So many rulebooks, if only there was just one true D&D. Does the art matter to you if you will be interested in a game or something else? For me, absolutely, no question. Like, even if the art's like, if it's a great game and the art turns me off, like, unless somebody runs it, I'm shallow. I'm shallow that way. I don't know what else to say. Wow, look at that. $40,000. $40,000 to buy 2 coins. The most popular pledge is $100. You get all 5 coins plus an unlocked stretch goal. So if you're making coins and you're exchanging dollars for those coins, Chaosium is in the financial business, right? they're in the currencies business. They could just like print coins and take in actual legit dollars. I don't know if it's much different than other things going on in the world, right? Chris says, I'm a package person. Presentation matters because it helps set tone and informs what I might be reading. If it clashes with what I'm reading, it makes the text feel dissonant. Gotta run. See ya, Salt Heart. Chaosium is in the financial business. That's awesome. New Bitcoin? Oh, no, this is not digital. Not yet, anyway. Oish. That's crowdfunding news. I don't know if there's anything else. I'm sure there is. I haven't gone over every single thing that's gone on in the world of RPGs. Let me see if I missed something. 5e Nexus, Hasbro's earning calls, D&D app downloads. Interesting. What is that about? Oh, this might be interesting. VPN overview, which is a weird name. I guess it's, okay. It's a tracker. Steep drop in D&D app downloads. What? It's an online privacy and security internet freedom company. It was kindly provided Geek Native with insight on D&D Beyond and some trend data on aggregated D&D apps. Ooh. Interesting. Apps people most want off their phones. Want to delete the most. The 3 apps they want to delete the most. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I know this isn't gaming, but I don't know why it came up. I think it was just they happened to come across it and trip on it while they were doing this. Baseline, November down 26%, December down 27.5%, January down 12%. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I guess the D&D, like, you can have D&D apps now with 5th edition stuff in it, right? The SRD, where they used to put the kibosh down, right? I don't know. Let me see if I missed anything else. Geek Native's Graham Gibson wrote up Resolution Games' VTTRPG offering Demio. What is Demio? That is not Demio. A review of Demio by Resolution Games. A VTT game called Demio by Resolution, an ardent role-playing gamer, a role-player myself who enjoys being both a GM and a participant. I naturally piqued my interest, but not as much as when I was told that one of the specialties of this game is its ability to closely replicate the tabletop experience with other players online. Like real life tabletop games, your first decision comes in the form of choosing one of 7 archetypal classes to play. Guardian of the Realm, armor gains and knockback, Assassins of the Shadows, Okay. Oh. Upon starting, you are presented with a virtual gaming table located in an atypical gaming den. Atop the table is a 3-dimension dungeon populated with the player characters, all looking like proper tabletop pieces. The game is turn-based and combat-focused. There's a virtual die to be rolled, and each character has 2 action points per turn. Each character also starts off with a handful of cards, which give additional attacks or defense attributes, and more can be collected by plundering the dungeon that you're adventuring in. When a character encounters an enemy and an action is played, the static character piece springs to life with a pleasing animation. Where Demio differs from real-life tabletop games is in the complexity and level of engagement. You won't be able to take the same player-made character through a series of long, drawn-out campaigns, leveling them up and unlocking additional abilities. No. Each campaign here is of a length that could be completed within a single evening session, and each player character already has their abilities unlocked at the start of play, relying on skill, strategy, and, of course, the luck of the die roll and the cards you receive to see you through. Now, if this lack of overall depth gives you pause and makes you think this game might not be for you, don't be too hasty to making that decision. What this game lacks in complexity, it makes up for in accessibility and sheer playability. In terms of replicating the sociability of real-life tabletop gaming, Demio rises above many who have attempted such an endeavor and fallen at the very first hurdle. Also, the ability to drop into the game and start engaging with it, regardless of your experience in role-playing, is not to be underestimated. There are too many role-playing games for which weighty tomes of seemingly endless rules, in tandem with constant stat checks, elicit a look of fear and confusion among the less practiced. For such players, Demio could be considered a gateway experience, a means by which to enjoy dungeon crawling without being bogged down by all the mechanics that can sometimes suck the joy out of gaming. Even for more seasoned role players like myself, the author, the ability to just go in and get straight into the heart of the action can be a welcome relief. It's like going to a restaurant and avoiding the full multi-course menu and opting for the lighter, faster menu instead. You'll get to enjoy all that's on offer, but you're a lot less bloated as the evening wears on. What's more, those dungeons can get busy. So if you think you're just going to wander in and breeze through each level with the bare minimum of effort, think again. Strategizing and cooperating with players becomes necessary for survival. Interesting. There's a hangout space, and you should probably watch. Listen to music, read lore books. I'm usually the lore master, so I can about the history and details of the game world. Want to know where an object originated from? Ask me. Want to know how a particular species evolved over time? Ask me. The hangout space may not be a must-have feature, but the fact that it's there shows that the creators and developers at Resolution Games really do understand gamers and the things that appeal to us. Interesting. Demio. It's available on Pico, Meta, Steam, and Epic Games platforms, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR 2 versions coming in 2023. Not for me, but interesting to know as things start to blur. Later, Jason. I don't know if you did the Irish exit properly, but that's okay. You're probably not here for me to correct you. Later, Wayne. Yeah. What else? One Ring RPG deal. Bundle holding. AAW coordinates a huge RPG bundle to raise money for Turkey. Where is it? Oh, it's on drive-thru. Okay, so you get some Eclipse Phase, some Savage World stuff. 4-color Heroics Cork Rulebook, Guide to Shadowplane, Morgulad, Fantasy RPG, Murder Most Foul, Rise of the Drow, Collector's Edition, Discard Lands. Oof, a lot of stuff in this bundle, man. Cosmosaurs. Seen people mention that. Wow. Again, it's on and on and on and on. Wow, that's a lot. $573. And you pay $33. 94% discount. And you can get all that stuff if you want to. Let me change their affiliate ID to mine. Because I don't know if, yeah. If you want to help out Turkey, like if you want to peruse the bundle, there's a lot in it. Problem is, I wouldn't know what to use most of it for. Anyways, I think that's it. There's really not anything else that I need to bring to your attention. Maybe. Are these old? Yeah, I think there's some news here. Like, sadly, ex-WotC staffer Carolina Moraes confirms Wizards of the Coast laid off the whole Latin American team. Necrotic Gnome has announced that Dalamwood will be delayed slightly due to the OGL drama. It will become a standalone RPG. That's been some talks of. Here's some news. This is from Geek Native. Oh, excuse me. That had hit the Discord that Gavin Norman's going to be doing a standalone RPG, Chords Rule Set Preset preview. Andrews McNeil has canceled their Afrofuturist RPG Into the Motherlands, but will continue to publish Oz and Neverland, which we mentioned last week. Roll. Linda Cadiga at Gizmodo writes up, bring tabletop games to your phone with Roll's new mobile features. So if you're on Roll, the virtual tabletop mailing list, you got an email that says like their platform's completely mobile friendly, which is huge in the VTT space because there are, I don't know if there are any. Like Roll20s isn't even that great. Thank you. Thank you guys. Critical Role, Julia Anderson at CBR notes Critical Role may develop its own RPG system, Matt Mercer says. Wow. Let's see. Education site We Are Teachers offers teachers are using Dungeons and Dragons to teach SEL skills. So I think there's some news, some stuff here, right? Look at that. And it works like magic. Get it? How it works. Make it relevant, set boundaries, a team approach, available resources. They even list kids on bikes, Ty. Look at that. Yeah, because there's not enough systems already, yeah. Successful? Is it successful? I would imagine, right? Like, how do you define success? I don't know. Critical Role. I don't know, man. Like, it's the whole hobby is just going to be a mess when 1D&D hits who knows what's going to happen. Chaosium will release Pendragon 6e RPG starter set. Pendragon intrigues me. Starter set retail stores June of this year. It's gonna get that. Who is gonna get that? Pendragon. Pendragon. I don't even think my video's cleared up. Nope, still like shit. Damn it. What else? The Geek Native tends to get into the blogs. I mean, I've seen Jared Rasher stuff hit these guys when he's done reviews. The Conversation, a news site with academic rigor to stories, digs in with content creators and corporations clash in D&D licensing fiasco. Okay, Bell of Souls writes up Hasbro addresses D&D OGL misfire. Grace Benfo, oh man, a lot of Hasbro stuff. Woof. OGL controversy. Oh man, Kyle Brink interview by Teos Abadaya on Alpha Stream. Also he was interviewed by Ginny D and also Three Black Halflings. Oof. Altelsorian Games has VTT news and a Black Chrome sneak peek. Black Chrome sneak peek. That is the wrong site. An official Cyberpunk Red compendium is now available for Fantasy Grounds Unity, coded by Edward Patch, Edward Patch, Sean Schnell, and Zane Toman. Tales of the Red. Partners at Roll20. Black Chrome sneak peek. You guys are big Cyberpunk Red fans. I have not listened to any of those except Ginny D's, Chris. I'm measuring success as a business, which means profitable, for sure. I mean, they have their own media company, got the Mighty Nine greenlit as another animation series on Amazon. Yeah, they're just winning. For sure. Let's see, what else? Digital Toolkit. Rolls out. Colored dice, pro GM, zines, and more. Free League Publishing's new licenses. Yes. Cobalt Press, Black Flag. Jared Rasher, there it is. Jared Rasher shares his first impressions on Black Flag's heritage and talents. I'll give Jared some love. Give Jared, what does he know? Jared Rasher. It's the name of his blog, people. I'm not insulting the guy. RPG reviews and interviews from around the web. So a lot of there. RPG new releases. I'm trying to pick out things that might not have been brought up, but there's a lot here. They put this together like last night. They always do it like Friday nights for some reason. Like, and then they say like, "Oh, you just got this out. Spent all night putting it together." You guys could look at it. I think I put the link in the chat. Our cheap RPG bundles. RPG ideas, tips, and discoveries. A lot of D&D, man. Sly Flourish ponder the near perfect RPG session. What is a perfect RPG session? I think you know it when you see it. I think you know it when you experience it. Take on Rules kindly shares how they are trying to find my way back into tabletop role-playing gaming. Grognardia shares their top 10 non-D&D RPGs, part 1 and part 2. All kinds of stuff on that page from Geek Native. They consolidated a lot of stuff. Go listen to Thacko with Advantage. He's great there, and Ange Murray had no met. Yeah, they promote that quite a bit on our Discord. I've yet to listen. Guilty. I haven't listened to RPG podcasts in a long time. I just haven't. I don't know why. Not listening to a lot. Our own. Guess that makes me a narcissist. Anyways, I got to figure out what's going on with my computer. Look at this thing. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what's going on. I edit, so I'm biased. Oh, you edit it. Okay. Oh, nice. Got to get them Lufs levels, man. Don't forget them Lufs. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to unplug everything this weekend, and I'm going to redo all the wires. I even put in some monitor cables, and I think the cables have noise on them. They're at they have 90-degree elbows, so I wanted to use it so I could kind of tie it and not see the cable, but I think I'm going to have to put in different ones that are, because I can actually hear noise coming out of my monitors, which is not cool. Does it hit close to home, Sean? Does it hit what hits close to home? Ty. You're welcome. Chris, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for chatting in there, being active. Thanks for everybody that's showing up. Eileen, I saw you up there on the top. Did I see Eileen? I thought I saw her name. I think somebody posted. Yeah, she snuck in here. All right. Like, I zoned out. I just did a video on Forbidden Lands, 5 GM tips. So if you're a Forbidden Lands person, you might have an appreciation for it. If you aren't interested in Forbidden Lands, it might not be for you. There might even be some tips you could use if you're not running Forbidden Lands, but you're going to do more like a hex crawl survival game. You might find some nugget of me having experienced some pitfalls running the game. You might find something interesting in that, so check it out. Thanks for everybody being here. I really appreciate it. We had a good turnout. Thank you so much. Ty, good to see you as well. Like, I didn't see you like the last week or the week before, and some of you are new, so welcome. Thanks so much. Hey, if like I saying this at the end where half the audience is probably gone, but if you did find something and you appreciate it, give this thing a like. Cripes, with all the people that we had in here, I should probably have like 20 or 30. So give a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I should probably say it at the top of the hour, but you don't know if you'll like it at that point. So thank you so much. Play some games, take time to yourself, have a good weekend, and be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby. And I'll see you next week, Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time is when I kick it off. See ya.